All right. Hello, my name is William Farr, and today I'm here with.
Jack Ellison.
Nice to meet you. The goal towards this interview is to gain a more vivid understanding on primary research and learn about some chosen subjects in the music industry from professionals/students. So, what subject are you studying in college?
Well, it's music, performance, and production.
That's nice. So, what inspired you to take the course?
Well, I started music really in the choir when I was about 7 years old. And it was just the thing that I was most passionate about, to be honest.
Wow.
And when I realised that, I realised I wanted to be here. Because my brother came to college here in 2020, 2 years before me, and then I joined in 2022, and I never looked back.
Wow, that's a nice story. So, if you're in the band, what role do you play?
Well, I do singing and rhythm guitar usually.
Singing, rhythm, guitar.
I'm not very good at. Sometimes I can take on a leadership role, but I struggle to be reliable sometimes.
Yeah. So, how long have you been doing singing?
That would be 12 years now. When I started in the choir, and then I moved on from the choir when I was 11 and started playing guitar.
Damn, that's awesome. That's awesome. How often do you play to a live audience?
At the moment, every week.
Every week.
Yeah, like most weekends I'm playing. I'm playing one on this Sunday at the bank in Torquay.
That's nice. So is this something you enjoy?
Yeah, I've been doing that for about 3 years now, but I think I might take a break next year because.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah.
It's quite.
So how do you prepare for a musical performance?
Well, some days I actually meditate before I go on.
Oh, okay, I
I
see.
find that usually helps just calm myself down if I'm stressed out. Other than that, that's all. Yeah.
That's nice. Okay. Cool.
Sometimes I warm my voice up and I take gelatin.
Oh, gelatin.
Actually repairs vocal cords.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's nice. I learned something. So can you tell me about a musical performance that went really well, and why did it work?
So one of my favourite ones went well was at the Barrel House in Totnes. Do you know what that is? It's
I've heard of it. Yeah.
It's like a really old pub. They've been doing music for a long time, and their stuff is quite hippie. It's quite alternative. There was a guy called Ben Howard who played there many years ago, and he went on to win 2 Brit Awards. And we played there one night on the open mic night, and it was just amazing. My boy played guitar and I sung. We did Radiohead and Mac DeMarco. Managed to get a standing ovation at the end.
That's really cool.
It was just a great atmosphere. There was about 100 and something people there.
Yeah, it's like a really good feeling when you get a standing ovation.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
So how do you address, or how have you addressed the audience in past live performances?
Usually, if I'm telling a story, I'll address them. You get hecklers out there. I don't mind hecklers sometimes. They can lighten the mood. But when I'm addressing the audience, that's one of the hardest things, sometimes, especially if you're not feeling up to it.
Yeah.
But you have to charm them. So ways I'll do that might include like asking if we got any Coldplay fans in the room.
Yeah.
I'm about to play a Coldplay song, and then you might get a cheer or two.
Yeah, make them relate. So do you have any advice for overcoming nervousness from your experience?
Well, that's a great question. Like, I meditate when I forget those nervous feelings usually. You can't run away from it. You sort of have to face it head on. Because there's a lot of people in this world who catastrophize, which is like, you run through every scenario in your head and then kind of pick out the worst one. That's what catastrophizing is. But if you just tell yourself it's going to be alright, it's easier said than done sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you're getting scared every time before you go on stage, maybe there's something else you need to focus on, because it's very hard to do that in music.
Yeah. So what is your idea of a successful rehearsal?
Ooh. Set out your intentions before going into the rehearsal, so you know what you actually want to do, instead of just having an amalgamation of nothingness.
Yeah.
That can happen when you're just in a room jamming, you're just playing for the sake of it. But if you set out a set list, usually, and a goal, and try and stick to that initiative, it works well. But a lot of my friends struggle with that. They just want to jam all day.
Yeah, so I can understand that.
Yeah, gets the initiative, but that's how I think you should do it. You should always have your intentions set.
Nice. So how do you rehearse? Is it like an informal or formal meetup? What kind of?
We usually go to the barnyard every Tuesday or Thursday, sometimes Monday, and we get about 2 hours in where we practice our set, just get it tight on tie up.
Nice,
But
okay.
it depends. If you're songwriting as well, it's got to be a bit looser. I think personally, because that's how the creative juices get flowing.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you enjoy about making music with other people?
But it's quite cathartic, isn't it? So you can like put your experience into a song. It's like I think the best song is storytellers.
Yeah.
But when I'm playing with my friends, I don't know if you've ever had it where you play with your mate, you get a look, you give them a look from across the stage. It's like, it's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I love about music.
Yeah, that's a good answer. So was there a time where you had to step up as a leader in a musical setting?
Yeah, definitely.
How did it feel?
Sometimes it can be quite intimidating, because say you've got two band members arguing over, I don't know, like what chord it is, something silly like that. It can get quite heated. Having to mediate between that, it can cause confrontation, but it's got to be done. Someone's got to do it, and I don't know. I don't really know how to confront that sometimes. Like I say, I'm not the best leader in some of those situations, but music's a very emotional thing, and I think sometimes if we let our emotions get the best of us in this musical setting, it can spiral. I don't know if you've ever had a big argument in a band setting. Have you ever seen it yet?
No.
No. I think it's a very emotional thing, because some people say music's an extension of our soul, and I believe that. And if you're taking this out of someone's music or what they're doing, you don't like it, you're almost insulting their soul.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you're working in a group, you have to be very delicate with other people. So
Yeah, I understand
that's what I'm
that.
trying to be.
That's a good answer. So what methods have you used to optimize time or make rehearsals more successful?
It's a great question. Optimising time's hard. I think it just gets faster the older you get. Well, I like to break it into like sections. So like we'll do 20 minutes of working on songs like that we're going to cover. Then we'll have a break. Then we'll do songwriting. I usually break into 20-minute blocks because after the 20-minute period, I find that most people just tend to fidget.
Yeah.
So just focus 20-minute slots really during.
Yeah, I've had that before a lot. So do you create music? If so, how do you do it? Do you write it or like on paper, or do you improvise or just experiment creatively?
I when I write it, I usually start with a guitar riff. Like, I could do it now if you want, actually.
Sure, yeah, that'll be fine.
Oh, there goes the phone. So when I'm writing, I'll usually start with some chords, usually 4, something like that. In the key I know. Oh, I've wrote Don't Look Back in Anger. There we go, nice. Just 4 chords. And then when I have a taste for it, I'll just start humming a melody like, I don't know if I can feel it. I don't know if I can feel it coming, but I'm doing it wrong. And then when I get like a shape phonetically in my head what I want to say, I'll turn it into something. But it's all just freestyling for me. But some people do it differently. Like they'll start with the lyrics, they'll have a lyrical idea, and then they'll try and add the chords to it after. But I find the best way is if you just find a corner of the room and you focus on the corner of the room, nothing else, and then freestyle, play whatever you want to play.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I don't write as much these days.
Have you ever written music?
Yeah, quite a lot.
Do you think it's like something that you got to do if you want to get into the music industry?
No, there's some great cover artists out there. Anything else, but I think if you want to be a star, as they call it in the industry, I think you have to write music.
Yeah,
probably.
I understand that. So do you take inspiration from anyone when performing?
Quite a lot, yeah. There's this man called Paolo Nutini who's like my blueprint. He was quite famous back in the early 2000s. Other than that, more famous ones are like Justin Bieber growing up.
Yeah.
That's about it.
So do you have advice for any young musicians who want to perform live or just get into the music industry altogether?
Don't be afraid to try. I think what pushed me back in my early days when I was 11, 12 years old, a little break, But what pushed me back was I was scared what people would think.
Yeah.
I think I still am some days. So just don't be afraid to try. I like a tryer. I like seeing someone who posts on TikTok and gets 5 likes.
Yeah.
At least they try it. And I know that all of their peers might be saying something behind their back, like, oh, you see that post. But I like to see someone who actually tries. Because you can't get anything in life without trying.
Yes, that's a good answer. So what's the hardest musical challenge you've had to face so far?
I was quite jealous at one point because I was in a relationship with a girl who was also a singer.
Yeah.
And often it would clash, and we would both think we're better than each other. So it was quite competitive.
Yeah.
So I actually stopped playing for a while because of that.
Yeah.
But in the end, I got my mojo back. I just realised you shouldn't compare yourself to anyone else.
I understand. Yeah. So last question: do you have any advice for anyone learning an instrument or wanting to sing, for example? It's recording, bro. It's recording.
Shit.
Sorry, can you give me that one again?
Do you have any advice for learning a new instrument, or for anyone to want to go singing or something like
I
that?
taught this guy how to play guitar. His first.
It's funny that I've just come up here.
The
basics.
Yeah, when I first taught him, I think when you're teaching someone, you have to do it at their pace. And you have to find their style because everyone learns differently.
Yeah.
You have people who learn visually and verbally.
Can I input? You need to want it. Like, you know how kids will like take piano lessons or something, because their parents want it. That will never work. You need to have a love or like a passion to learn to be able to actually take it on board.
Yeah, some good advice. Well, that's it. Thank you for attending this interview. Has been appreciated.
Thank you very much.